Hello everybody, my name is James, hope you're doing well and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about what is going on with Red Bull and Max Verstappen in Brazil. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Formula 1 content. Also make sure to follow me on X at James's Pit Lane, I'll leave a link in the description, but let's jump straight into the video. Now before we get into Red Bull, let's quickly take a look at what happens in qualifying, and it's Lando Norris who's on pole position. That's not a surprise, he's looked fast all weekend. He won the sprint, and even though his first run in Q3 was not good, he had a lock-up at turn 1, and as a result he was P10 at the end of the first runs. His second run was really good, and he managed to take pole position, and his teammate Oscar Piastri was only P4, again struggling to match the pace of Norris. Meanwhile, Kimi Antonelli, I think he did a really good job. In sprint qualifying, he took P2, and he did the same in qualifying for the Grand Prix. His final run in Q3 did not look great, but he got a really good last sector, and yeah, to go in P2, fair play to Antonelli, and he's really outperformed his teammate George Russell. But as I say, it was Lando on pole, and speaking about taking pole, Norris said, again, tough out there with the conditions, just slippery, inconsistent, but good fun. It's always a pleasure around this track, it felt good. I was under a bit of pressure because I locked up on my first lap, so a little bit more pressure than I would have liked, but stayed calm and put it all together when it mattered. Very happy. Now also, I think the Red Bull Junior team did a really good job in qualifying. Isaac Hadjar going 5th fastest, Liam Lawson going 7th. That's really impressive, and Oliver Behrman in the Haas did really well, going 8th fastest. I thought he might have a chance of being in the top 5. You know, he was so fast in Q1 and 2, but yeah, in Q3, his final run, it just wasn't there for him. His first run, he was right up there, but yeah, others improved and he fell down the order. And as I say, his second run wasn't the best. Still though, P8, very good from Behrman. But let's move on to what is going on with Red Bull and Verstappen. Verstappen qualifying in 16th place out in Q1. That is something you don't see from Verstappen, but he just did not have the pace at all. Now, as we know, this weekend Red Bull have struggled, and Verstappen has been complaining about the handling of his car. In the sprint earlier on Saturday, Verstappen did manage to finish in P4, which was a good result. Still though, he didn't seem too happy with the car. And then in qualifying, when it was clear that Verstappen was struggling, he was asked on the radio if the team can help him out at all from the pit wall, and Verstappen surprisingly replied, I don't really know what to tell you. So even Verstappen was at a loss on the radio as to what was going on. And then his last run was absolutely nowhere, and as I say, he qualified in 16th. And it looks like Red Bull made changes between the sprint and qualifying to try and make the car better, but it looks like it's just made the car worse. Red Bull team principal Laurent Mekies said, as quoted by Sky F1, obviously nobody expected something like that. We've been unhappy with the car pretty much since we got here. Nonetheless, we were at the point where we could not fight for the win, but we could fight with the group just after. It's fair to say we took some risk before qualifying to try to see if we could put the car in a better place, and it obviously went in the opposite direction. It's sometimes the price you pay when you take a risk. So basically, setup risks ahead of qualifying seem to have backfired for Red Bull, and now Verstappen, who as we know is a title contender, is starting 16th. And speaking about it from his point of view, Verstappen told Sky Sports F1, it was just bad. I couldn't push at all. The car was all over the place, sliding around a lot. I had to underdrive it a lot just to not have a moment. That of course doesn't work in qualifying. We first have to analyse what is going on. I don't really understand how it can be this bad, so that's more important for us to understand at the moment. So yeah, Verstappen doesn't understand what's going on, he's not happy, and Red Bull have a lot of work to do for tomorrow. In my opinion, I think Red Bull should use this opportunity to make major changes on Verstappen's car. Now, as we know, the cars are in parc fermé conditions, meaning changes are limited, but because of where Verstappen is starting, I think Red Bull should just take the car out of parc fermé and make a lot of changes to the car, and as a result start from the pit lane. And while they're at it, I think they should change the power unit in the back of Verstappen's car as well. I mean, when you look at the amount of power unit elements Verstappen has used this season, he's at the limit for the internal combustion engine, MGUH, MGUK, energy store, and control electronics. So yeah, as I say, if I were Red Bull, in the process, I would just take a power unit penalty as well and just give Verstappen a fresh car for the Brazilian Grand Prix and have him start from the pit lane, see what he can do. You know, overtaking is possible around this circuit. Lewis Hamilton proved you can do that in 2021 with him going from last to first, and Verstappen also proved you can do it last year going from 17th to first. So yeah, as I say, I think Red Bull should just take the penalty for Verstappen, give him a fresh car tomorrow, have him start from the pit lane and just see what happens. And it also puts him in a good place with his car for the rest of the season. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to be the video from me today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care.